In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the radiator on your Volkswagen Passat. This is going to be located inside the front bumper. Let's get started. Using a T25 bit, remove the 3 screws off the front apron. We're looking up at the bottom of the bumper on the corner. We're going to use a T25 bit and we're going to remove the 3 screws. Do the same thing on the other side. We have one more right here in the middle. Going through the wheel well, looking up at the corner of the bumper, we're going to have a T25 screw. Go ahead and remove that screw. Down from there, we have 2 more. Go ahead and remove those. Do the same thing on the other side. Grab the grill, and we're going to pull it forward. You'll feel the snap in the middle pull up. And you're going to take your hand and go right on the corner of this grill. And you're going to pop it out. Do the same thing on the other side. And remove the grill piece. To remove the front bumper, we need to push on all of these tabs and pull straight forward. Using a pick tool or something similar, just push on the tabs and pull out on the bumper as you go down the line. Pull out on the corner of the bumper. Go do the same thing on the other side. Remove the bumper from the vehicle. Using a T15 bit, remove the screw on the side of the air intake. There's one more just like it on the other side. Go ahead and remove that. Slide the boot back off of the intake trim. Using a T25 bit, we're going to remove the screw for that trim. Remove the screw. Do the same thing on the other side. And remove the trim piece. Remove the top bolt for the radiator fan. Using a T30 bit. There's going to be 2 bolts at the top. There's one on this driver's side and there's one at the same spot on the passenger side. We'll remove this one, go over to the other side, do the same thing. Using a trim tool, we're going to pop the plastic stay off of the fan. Push back on the red connector. You can use a small pick to help you do this. And remove the connector. Using a T30 bit, we're going to remove the bottom screws for the radiator fan. There's going to be one on either side. Go to the other side and do the same thing. Remove the screws. We're going to pull back on our coolant hose. And then we're going to pull down on our fan. And remove it from the vehicle. Using a T30 bit, we're going to go through this hole. And we're going to remove the bolt for the AC condenser. Remove the bolt. We have one more on top on the other side. Go do the same thing on the other side. We have 2 more on the bottom on either side. Repeat the same process. And remove all of the screws. On the bottom left of our radiator, we have 1 more connector. We're going to push on the tab that's on my forefinger, pull straight back, and remove the connector. There's your push button right there. I'm going to pull that harness out of the way. Using a pair of pliers, pinch the clamp for the lower radiator hose and slide the clamp back. We're going to remove our radiator hose off of the radiator. Be sure that you have a bucket under you. Fluid is going to come out. Let all the fluid drain out of the radiator. Using a bungee cord, we're going to tie our lower radiator hose back out of our way. This will just make it easier for us to pull it out. Using a pair of pliers, we're going to pinch the upper radiator hose clamp. We're going to slide this back on the hose. Remove the hose for the radiator. I'm going to pull that up and out of the way. Using a T30 bit, we're going to remove the 2 screws for our upper radiator mounts. Do the same thing on the other side. We're going to pull our radiator back towards the motor. And you can see these mounts up here. That's where we took our Torx bolts out of. That's how we got those out. With the radiator tilted forward, we're going to lift straight up and remove these from the grommets. Remove the radiator from the vehicle. At the top of our radiator, we're going to remove our upper bracket. Just pull it straight off the post. There's 1 more on the other side. Do the same thing and remove it. We're going to remove our sensor. To do this, we're going to use a small pry tool and pull out on the clip. Then we can remove our sensor, give it a good wiggle, pull it out. Install the sensor into the radiator. Install the clamp, get it fully seated. Install the brackets onto the radiator. Do the same thing on the other side. When you install these, you want to make sure that this bolt hole is facing forward. Install the radiator up and into place. Just have to wiggle some lines around to get some room. And when we drop it in, we want to drop this mount into this grommet. Do this on both sides. Push the brackets into the radiator support on either side. Install the connector. Push until you hear a click. If you don't, give it a pull. Make sure it's locked on. I'm going to let go on my bungee cord and allow my lower radiator hose to come out. I'm going to install it onto the radiator. Be sure it's fully installed. Pinch the clamp with a pair of pliers and pull it back into position. We're going to install the 2 bolts for our radiator brackets. Do the same thing on the other side. We're going to install the screws for our condenser to radiator. Line these bolts up. Get all 4 bolts started before snugging them down. We have 2 on top and 2 on bottom. Now with all 4 bolts started, we can go around and snug them all down. Do the same thing on the other side on the bottom and snug the top ones. Do the same thing on the other side. Grab your upper radiator hose and install it. Get it fully seated. Grab that clamp with a pair of pliers. Pinch it and pull it back into place. I like to give it a wiggle, make sure it's not going anywhere. Install the cooling fan into the vehicle. Line the fan up with the mounting spots for the screws. Go around and install all of the screws for the cooling fan. Get the bottom right screw started, and then go do the same thing on the other side. We're going to go through and snug down these 2 bottom bolts. Do the same thing on the other side. Install the connector for the fan. Push until you hear a click. If you don't, give it a push. Make sure it's locked on. And make sure you close that red locking tab. Install the lower radiator hose bracket into the cooling fan assembly. Now we're going to go to the top side of our cooling fan and get our 2 bolts installed. It's going to be right under the upper radiator hose. Go and get the other side installed, and then we'll snug them down. Get it nice and snug, but don't overdo it, it's going into plastic. Do the same thing on the other side. Install the bumper into place. I'm going to clip it into the middle on all of the clips. Pull the bumper up and over the headlight. Pull the corner over into place. Go repeat this same process on the other side. Pull the bumper over into place. Install the screw up through the bottom. Install the 2 screws through the fender liner. Install the screws up through the bumper. Get them nice and snug. Do the same thing on the other side. Install the middle screw, get it nice and tight. Install the grill into place. We have to slide that front in and it'll clip into place. pull it back and get all of these top tabs installed under that air dam. Go down the front, locking everything into place. Install the 3 top bolts. Get them nice and snug. And we have one more on the other corner. Open the cap for the coolant reservoir. Now on the side of the bottle it tells you which coolant you're supposed to use. Go ahead and drop in your coolant. We're going to fill this up to our max mark. Once you're at the max mark, go ahead and put the cap on your reservoir. Now hop in your vehicle and start it up, and you're going to let this bleed for about 5 to 10 minutes. Once the reservoir is done bubbling, come out here and check it, double check the level, and we may need to top it off. You can see that our coolant level dropped, so we can open it back up, top it off as needed. Fill it right back up to that max mark. Put the cap back on, and you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.